What's up, Charles?
Howdy.
I got the hiccups.
He said howdy.
We're in Texas, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, that's okay to say. Unless you're from Louisiana.
That's what I was thinking. It's just weird to hear him say that.
It is weird to hear him say that. That's funny.
I'm in the mood, guys.
That's good. That's good to hear.
Howdy.
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 All right, I'm going to make it through all this without hiccuping too much. What do you do when you get the hiccups on the air? Just do it?
I'm just going to be quiet and see if we can catch you hiccuping on the air.
Great, thanks. I appreciate that. Hey, I want to remind everybody that every Tuesday we give away free food to Brenda's Hilltop Cafe.
Yep.
Since today's Monday, it's Steak Finger Day down there at Brenda's all day long. It's a lunch special from 11 to 3 and their dinner special from 4 to 8. It's all you can eat steak fingers for only $9.95 down there at Brenda's. They are open Monday through Friday, 11 to 8 o'clock.
Wonder how many steak fingers Joey Chestnut could put down.
I'd say 57.
Pretty sure Brenda does. I want to find out.
Probably not. Probably not.
Yeah, I wonder if he stops off at places like that for practice. He has to practice somewhere, right?
Yeah, they got to train for this stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I'd hate to be working.
I wonder where
that
he's
day.
from. Like, what if he's from like New York and he has like one favorite hot dog vendor that he just hangs out with all day, every day?
Maybe
It's
so.
his job, kinda. Doesn't he get paid for that?
Meet his quota.
Well, they have those famous hot dog places in New York.
Right.
So yeah, maybe so.
I wonder what his favorite dog is.
I don't know. But Gooney, remind me later after we do birthdays and Sweetheart. I have a story about a dog.
Okay. All right.
About a man and his dog. How American can you get?
Yeah, right.
Perfect.
Speaking of dogs, that was the Facebook post I used today. Hanging dogs out on the line.
I see that.
That's cute.
Somebody would call animal cruelty on you.
Why? They're drying off. Come
You
on.
don't hang puppies up to dry.
There's clothes on them, so it's not like you're attaching it to their fur.
No, but they're still hanging.
They look very happy, okay? Very happy.
You know what? I'm gonna give it to you. They do look very happy.
Hey, we got some birthdays coming in. Debbie Valverde wanting to wish a happy birthday to Amanda Duferrant. Also, Celeste Valle wishing a happy birthday to Jillian Valle, who celebrated her 22nd birthday yesterday. Happy birthday to both of those folks. If you're having a birthday or anniversary out there today, we here at Gooney in the Morning want to wish you a very special birth-anniversary. Who's the sweetheart today, Heather?
I have a birthday.
Oh,
It was a call-in birthday.
my bad.
Yeah. I should have told you, so you'd be prepared. I'm sorry. But anyways, it is a happy birthday to Scott Brooks from your in-laws, the Trevino family.
Well, happy birthday, Scott.
Good job, Scott.
And our sweetheart of the day is
Amanda Moreno Duferrant.
Hey, it's her birthday, too.
Look at
How
that.
about that?
yeah.
Congratulations, Amanda. She's going to be receiving a beautiful rose and a bud vase from the fine folks at Faye's Flowers. Happen to see Amanda today. Be sure to congratulate her on getting Sweetheart of the Day. Thank her for everything she does, and give her $1. Everybody give Amanda $1.
So we're back to dollars now.
Yeah.
But before I came back to the show, you were giving like $33, some random amounts.
I was going broke.
Now we're back to $1.
Yeah.
He was actually just using the marker he was on at that moment.
Yeah, at whatever time it was when we were doing Sweetheart, that's what
Okay,
that's
So
what
it'd
they
be
got.
like $22.52.
I think the dollar worked out better for everyone else.
maybe so.
It was easier in everybody's pocketbooks. More people seem to get the money that way. Amanda just recently had a baby too, so give her $1. Help her out.
Yeah.
babies are expensive.
I know that's right.
I know that's right.
All right. So I have a story about a man and his dog.
Yeah, dogs. Let's talk dogs. Alex is missing out.
He's not. He's listening. I've already talked to him.
Okay.
He's listening on the new KBest app.
There you go.
You can get it he has an Android phone, and so he
Right.
went to the Google Play Store and he downloaded it, and that's what he's listening on. So
Nice.
there we go.
Well, shout out, Alex.
Yeah, and hopefully Alex
Morning.
gets better. Alex is a little under the weather. He's got that nasty crud that's going around, and so hopefully he gets better.
It
Not my
originated.
fault.
It originated with Heather. Just so
Not
everybody
my
knows,
fault.
I didn't start that.
You are fueling the fire,
Sorry.
Gooney, if you know what I mean. Stop.
All right,
Man
so
and his dog.
so I
Let's
have a
hear it.
story about a man and his dog. So we keep hearing these tragic stories of people who leave their pets in their car,
Yeah.
and it's too hot to do that.
Oh,
so
yeah.
so this is half PSA, half funny story. So this guy leaves his dog in the car, and he goes into the grocery store. And so police got a call saying, hey, you know what? There's a dog locked outside of a convenience store. Police came, they got the dog out, and it was 99 degrees at the time, which means that it was about 123 degrees inside the car.
Jeez.
And so they document that. They have the little gun that takes the temperature.
Right.
So they could tell, so they knew it was a danger, so they broke the window out, got the dog out, got the dog to safety, and they found out the dog belonged to 60-year-old Wesley Mark Terrell. And whenever he got out the store, he was a little tipsy, Gooney. They said he was drunk.
Oh, wow.
The cops told him that he was going to be arrested for a DUI, and he said, no, I shouldn't be. He said the dog drove him to the store.
Oh, no, he did.
Yeah, for some reason the police didn't buy it. So not only was he arrested for DUI, but he also got animal cruelty as well, and the dog was turned over to animal control. And I just want to say, you could probably go to any big store and find animals locked in, and that's just not cool. Not at all.
No, it's not. It's not.
Not at all. So don't leave your animals.
I don't even like leaving the animals in there with the windows cracked anymore. You know what I mean? You know how that used to be okay to just run into the store right quick with the windows cracked. They'll be all right. I don't feel right about that. That's still too hot.
See, I would probably be okay if it was cooler and the windows were cracked, but I would just be afraid that somebody would break my window out because people are taking this stuff seriously, and they should because I mean, there's nothing worse than having an animal suffer in the car or anything like that. So it's good that people are taking this stuff seriously, but I mean, people are doing this, and unfortunately, people are doing this with kids too.
Yeah.
And there's been a major news story, a guy from Georgia that's been in the news, but then they had another one in Tennessee over the weekend.
Oh no.
It wasn't tragic. Somebody immediately saw the baby. They called, and it was a happy ending because the baby wasn't injured and anything. But people just keep doing this type of stuff, and it's like no.
Seeing that one out of Georgia, they were saying that when they started looking into like his phone and internet records, he had actually been searching how long it takes for an infant to die in a situation like that.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate thing. We're gonna have to watch that kind of fold out because that's one of those things where I think it's too early to judge on that. I think we know some facts. I think we don't know everything, and it's one of those things where a lot of people like to jump to conclusions, and it's easy to have a jury just for some internet facts, but I think we need to kind of wait and see that play out. But all in all, I mean, it's tragic. No matter really which way it goes, it's definitely tragic.
Yeah, it's a
and whether it's an animal, it's definitely tragic. But if it's a baby, I feel it's even more tragic.
Oh, yeah, so, definitely.
Don't leave anything alive in the car, especially in West Texas, because you know what?
Yeah.
I don't even like getting in the car. Whenever I go to Walmart, come back, get in the car, it's too hot.
Yeah. And that's leaving the windows cracked a little bit.
Exactly. Oh, and have you ever like gotten a seat and accidentally got like that metal part of the seat belt like just kind of touched your side or something?
It's always the back of my arm. Right there.
It seems to find me too.
Yeah. Everywhere I go.
See, and I have leather seats in my cars, so it just makes it
I couldn't do leather seats. The last car I had with leather seats, I had to take a towel and put over it.
Yeah.
And so it was kind of ghetto because it had nice leather seats, but now it has like this multicolored beach towel on it. and I do have, and if people probably remember this, I have a metal shifter. Yeah. Whoever decided to put a metal shifter in my car was slightly sadistic because in the afternoons whenever I go home sometimes, and I do have this in my car, I'll be happy to show you later, I have a pot holder that my daughter made because I made a couple jokes about needing the glove to shift my car.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, literally, you know the little things on a standard shifter, the first, second, third, the gear markers. I would burn that into my hand almost on a daily basis.
Jeez.
So I was talking about getting a holder for it, so she made me like this pot holder, like the Hamburger Helper pot holder, and she put like googly eyes on it, so it did look like the Hamburger Helper
Nailed
thing.
it, Courtney. Good job.
Wow.
and so that's how hot it is. So if it's that hot, don't leave anything living in the car.
Yeah, that's a good rule of thumb right there. It's going to burn your skin.
I wouldn't even leave a plant in the car, to tell you the truth.
Leave a sucker in the car without it getting everywhere.
Exactly.
Like I cleaned my car this weekend, and it was in places I didn't even know it could be.
Well, you shouldn't be leaving suckers in the car.
Yeah, that's a waste.
You eat those.
3-year-old.
That's wasteful.
He'll hide them and then forget that he hides them in the car. And so they're everywhere.
That's not good at all.
That happens. That's all right.
So
That's funny.
So we do have the
Yeah.
the Aggie auction coming up, Gooney.
Yeah, that's coming up. That's going to be a lot of fun. Little scramble going on out there at the country club. That'll be this Saturday. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to feature the Jerry Forsyth Golf Scramble and that auction that's going to feature everything from sports memorabilia. That's a hard word for me to say.
And you'll probably be hearing more about that on the station very soon.
About how hard it is for me to say that? Yeah,
Probably
we're gonna make
so.
some promos about that real quick. Just have me going memorable. Yeah. No, yeah, that's always a big event, so we'll know a lot about that coming up. Hey, we got the NASCAR Minute coming up here a little bit later. We'll have to see how Del Tim and I got out of the weekend with this last weekend's race. We got TSN coming up on KBST.
Good morning. This is Morning News Break from the Texas State Network. I'm Chuck Martin reporting. Coming up this Monday, July 7th.
I don't believe he particularly cares whether or not the border of the United States is secure.
Governor Perry's latest broadside leveled against President Obama. The governor launching into the attack on ABC's This Week Sunday morning, quickly taking the president to task for failing to address border security. Perry called the current surge of undocumented children a failure of leadership.
What has to be addressed is the security of the border. You know that. I know that. The President of the United States knows that.
The White House says the president is getting regular updates on conditions at the border and won't take up the governor on his invitation to travel to the Rio Grande Valley when he visits Texas this week for a number of campaign fundraisers. An abandoned school in Grand Prairie will soon be used to hold hundreds of children and teens now being detained.
Dallas County Judge Clay Jenkins and Grand Prairie Mayor Pro Tem Tony Shotwell knocked on doors and talked to people this weekend who live near the now empty Lamar Alternative Education Center. Jenkins says there's also the possibility of protesters.
As long as they make their statement in keeping with the law, this is America. Everybody's entitled to an opinion.
Other possible sites, including Hulsey Middle School in far south Dallas. As many as 2,000 of the children and teenagers could be transferred here starting at the end of the month. Emily Trube, TSN News.
And children could be coming to Bryan. There's the possibility that they'd be housed in a former Army Reserve building. And with hurricane season underway, there's the threat of evacuations from the Gulf Coast. Congressman Bill Flores of Bryan agrees that will tax local resources.
I remember what Houston was going through after the Katrina refugees relocated there. I mean, crime went up. Several other societal issues became a real problem for a while.
Not every Texas community is welcoming migrant kids with open arms. In League City, council members will debate this week whether to refuse requests or directives from the federal government to house immigrants. The proposal points to concerns about health and safety. Laredo Congressman Henry Cuellar says the drug cartels and others are making an average $5,000 for every person they smuggle across the border.
And if you get 48,000 individuals that they caught times 5,000, that's $240 million profit that the smuggling drug organizations make for 1 month.
More than 194,000 arrests have been made by the Border Patrol in the Rio Grande Valley sector just since October.
Boris Diaw stays with the NBA champion Spurs, and the same for Devin Harris with the Mavs. I'm Roger Amber.
And he has details ahead on TSN Morning News Break.
So you ought to hightail it out of town and do something fun. You like lakes, rivers, and streams? There are plenty of them in Texas. You like mountains? We have 100 of them over a mile high. Like the beach? We've got 400 miles of shoreline. You like camping? We've got 55 state parks and 2 national parks. So go somewhere. Make sure your vehicle is in good shape. If you need a part, call West Tex at 263-5000. They're the folks in the know when it comes to auto parts. Snyder Highway, Big Spring.
DQ, this is the stop sign of Texas. How does your typical Texas mom stop the afternoon munchies?
Mom, we're hungry!
With a quick stop at DQ. From great DQ desserts like the S'mores Blizzard to classic dip cones, shakes, sundaes, and more. For the best treats and eats in Texas, there's only one place to stop. DQ, this is the stop sign of Texas.
Welcome back to Morning News Break. The teen birth rate has dropped dramatically from the 1991 peak, but Texas still has the 5th highest rate in the country.
The latest numbers from a national campaign show Texas with a birth rate of 44.4 per 1,000 girls in the 15 to 19 age group. The national campaign to prevent teen and unplanned pregnancy also says Texas has the highest rate of repeat births in that age group. The report also shows teenage births in Texas cost taxpayers more than $1 billion in health care, foster care, and lost revenue. Mitch Carr, TSN News.
UT Austin Chancellor Francisco Figueroa is said to be giving University of Texas at Austin President Bill Powers until Thursday to resign, or he'll call for Powers to be fired. It was back in December when Figueroa gave Powers a rather lukewarm endorsement.
I'm hopeful that this relationship will improve. This appointment is contingent upon these very important values that I believe Bill Powers and I need to work on.
The order comes as a whistleblower allegedly has stepped forward with information tying Powers directly to a growing admissions scandal. Former Senator Kay Bailey Hutchison, the new president of the UT Board of Alumni, has sent an email saying a forced resignation or firing of Powers would be a travesty for UT. Police say a Houston barbershop owner shot and killed a customer when the man refused to leave. Also in Houston, police say a teenager died after he was shot grabbing a gun from his friend. It's routine for a grand jury to determine whether charges will be filed. Another near miss at Houston's Bush Intercontinental Airport. A Singapore Airlines 777 and a Delta Airlines A320 came within a half mile of a mid-air collision Thursday before the FAA says an air traffic controller gave the pilots fresh instructions. The National Education Association is behind a new campaign aimed at putting an end to standardized testing like STAR. The teachers union wants assessments placed back on student learning. Texas State Teachers Association President Rita Haker.
We think this session that we just had here in Austin tells us that our parents really want our kids to have a well-rounded education, and just getting them prepared to take a test is not really what they see as far as giving them the kind of education they deserve.
The NEA campaign calls for the Department of Education, the Consumer Protection Bureau, and the Federal Trade Commission to create a testing ombudsman to oversee the testing industry. A month ago, the city of Houston passed a sweeping non-discrimination ordinance. Now some want it repealed, and they're calling for a public vote.
A petition on NoUnequalRights.com to bring the issue to the vote claims the city is serving the personal agenda of Mayor Anise Parker, who is gay, and her allies. Mike Craig with Out and Equal Houston says the group seems fixated on the so-called bathroom issue.
And they keep talking about this ordinance allows a man to put on a dress and go into the women's room and assault. And that's just not true.
The conservative religious leaders claim that they have 50,000 signatures. Barbara Schwartz, TSN News.
Coast Guard search teams spent Sunday looking for the Russian-born chief engineer from a Liberian-flagged tanker who apparently fell off the barge in the Gulf of Mexico. That search effort expected to resume today. A new Miss Arkansas, Miss Texas, has been crowned.
Miss Park City's Monique Evans is the new Miss Texas. She was awarded the title at this weekend's pageant in Richardson. Evans is a professionally trained ballerina and a pre-med student at University of Texas in Austin. First runner-up is Miss Plano, Christine Tang. Evans will represent Texas at the Miss America pageant in Atlantic City on September 14th. Cameron Fairchild, TSN News.
You've got to figure if it's going to have its own month, this would be it. And July is National Hot Dog Month. It's estimated that 150 million hot dogs were served this past weekend. Eric Medenthal of the National Hot Dog and Sausage Council says throughout the month they're running a contest.
We want people to take a selfie with their favorite hot dog and just use their cell phone, turn it on themselves, take a good creative picture of themselves with a hot dog and send it to us.
And winners get inflatable wieners. Next, Mike Rogers.
Chuck, it took 90 years, but a dead language has finally been brought back to life.
This was done through about 2 million index cards for each word and for all the different uses of the word.
We'll have more coming up on the other side of the news.
As Morning News Break continues.
And the 2014 Herald Reader's Choice Award for Best Retirement Living goes to Park Place. No wonder. It's the only locally owned and managed retirement community in the area that assures daily supervision by a member of the Cole family. The home-like atmosphere, separate apartments, and many services are competitively priced. Come by. Visit with Amanda Cole Calvio and enjoy life when you live at Park Place, 501 West 17th, Big Spring.
My name is Phil, and this is my Alon road trip. Fina is now Alon. My crew and I are traveling to each store, bringing a new name, new signs, and a new attitude. Follow me at myalon.com. Enter to win free gas and prizes. Play our Facebook games. Apply for an Alon credit card at myalon.com. Myalon.com. Enter to win free gas and prizes. Play our Facebook games. Apply for an Alon credit card at myalon.com. Myalon.com. And I'll see you along the way.
Welcome back to Morning News Break. Here's TSN's Mike Rogers with the other side of the news.
We'll start with the obvious.
I don't think anyone ever expected writing this dictionary to take so long.
Yeah, 90 years does qualify as a rather glacial pace. But that's how long it's taken for dozens of researchers, most of them now dead, to put together the world's first Mesopotamian dictionary. And it's not because they haven't had enough to work with.
The problem has been that there's too much to work with.
I mean, these guys did invent writing, after all.
There are literally millions of tablets covered with writing from ancient Mesopotamia.
And Gil Stein at the University of Chicago has looked over quite a few of them.
This was done through about 2 million index cards for each word and for all the different uses of the word.
And that is something to consider. For example, these Mesopotamians had hundreds of different words for sheep liver.
Yeah, the Mesopotamians were really into sheep livers.
Stein says these tablets covered every conceivable form of writing. So this is really more than just a dictionary.
It's more like a cultural encyclopedia
of the world's first civilization.
These are the people who invented the idea of living in cities. They invented the first kings. These are the people who invented the wheel.
Which makes this dictionary, which they finally finished just a few weeks ago, a little more important than most.
The real origin of our civilization is in ancient Mesopotamia, and that's why we should care about it.
And by the way, this probably opens a window to the spoken language as well.
Akkadian is related to modern Arabic and modern Hebrew.
For instance,
the word for house or the word for farm, they're the same.
And that would be Munzal. And I know that because I got it off the internet, for which there is no Mesopotamian word. But sheep livers? Gil Stein's got you covered.
It's an amazing thing. It would be like seeing a 90-year-old tree finally start to bear fruit.
And I'm Mike Rogers with the other side of the news on TSN.
And Roger Emmerich's got sports.
Both the Astros and Rangers lose on the road, with Houston falling 6-1 to the Angels and Texas 8-4 to the Mets. TSN's Sean Hudgens with more on the Rangers.
The Texas Rangers dropped the rubber match on Sunday against the Mets 8-4, and they have now lost 15 of their last 23 games. The offense did put up more runs than usual over the weekend, despite losing 2 of 3 to the Mets and 6 of 7 overall on their East Coast road trip. The Rangers are back in Arlington to start a 7-game homestand as the Astros come into town for 3 games before the Angels fly in on Thursday to start a 4-game set. First pitch tonight at 7:05. In positive Ranger news, Yu Darvish was selected to his 3rd All-Star game in as many seasons, joining Adrian Beltre, who makes his 4th appearance as reserves for the American League squad. The game will be held in Minneapolis on July 15th. I'm Sean Hudgens, TSN Sports.
In Anaheim, the Angels rode Garrett Richards' 6-hitter over 7 1/3 innings for his 6th win in 7 starts to victory over the Astros. The finish was anticlimactic.
It's Ibar who makes the catch, a step shy of the foul line, and that is the ball game. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim complete a 4-game series sweep of the Astros.
Roger Emmerich, TSN Sports.
Our top story: about 2,000 Central American refugees could soon be headed to a shelter in Dallas County. With Morning News Break, I'm Chuck Martin, TSN News.
When you're hungry and you're looking for a delicious home-cooked meal, there's only one place to consider, and that's the Hilltop Cafe. Stop in there for their Monday night special, steak finger basket, delicious hand-breaded steak fingers, homemade french fries, and fresh roll. Tuesday's dinner special is pork ribs. Monday and Tuesday nights, you also have a choice of all-you-can-eat tacos. A meal from Hilltop Cafe will remind you of Mama's cooking. Open Monday through Friday, 11 to 9. Carry-out's available. Hilltop Cafe on East 4th Street at the top of the hill.
Here's the beef. It's at Hilltop Cafe every Wednesday night from 4 till 8 for all-you-can-eat sirloin steak, where everything is handmade, never frozen. Hilltop Cafe has lunch specials every day from 11 until 3, and all-you-can-eat dinner specials every night from 4 till 8. Check out the appetizers from hand-dipped onion rings, special recipe salsa and chips, to their own crack dip. Hilltop Cafe is open Monday through Friday at 1307 East 4th on top of the hill.
Now it's time for the NASCAR Minute, brought to you by Dale Coates Heating and Air Conditioning and 87 Auto Sales on the K-Best Morning Program.
That's right. It's time for the NASCAR Minute, brought to you by 87 Auto Sales and Dale Coates Heating and Air Conditioning. I got Dale Coates and Tim Knox on the line. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
How was your weekend?
It was good. It was really good. It was nice. Good holiday weekend. Tim, you and I got together with Walsh and had a pretty good evening.
We did. Yeah, everything was going fantastic up until yesterday,
And yesterday was the Daytona race, which was a day late because it rained out on Saturday night and rained out again yesterday. Didn't get a full race in, but they did race. And I guess, Tim, all you can say is typical Daytona.
It was. There was a couple of big ones. Usually there's one, but there happened to be two in this one, and pretty chaotic, and I don't think any of us fared extremely well in this race, but then again, nobody who was actually, doing well on the points on the Cup side fared well in that race either. So as far as Daytona goes, it was an oddball race.
It was, and even just like you said, the way we picked, I think I did the best. I got 14th, so that just shows you how poor the Cup field was. And the top 10 finishers yesterday, not a single person that I can think of was in the top 10 in points. So it was one of those deals where it's just Daytona and the cycles just didn't hit right. And had the second big one was really big, took out second place back to about 20th, pretty much wadded up all those cars, and just kind of made it one of those deals. Eric Almirola got a win, which basically punches his ticket into the chase, and he's the guy that's sitting back there 20-something in points, and he's going to get a chance to go to the playoffs because of that win.
Yeah, and we talked about that last week, is that this is one of those tracks where somebody can sneak in, and that's exactly what happened. Not that anybody really believes that Amarola's going to be a player in the chase, but he got in there, and that's good for that team. It's good for his sponsor. It's a good little boost for any team to get a win. But every once in a while, it's nice to see somebody squeeze in there and make one happen. It's kind of cool, I guess.
Yeah, we've seen this in all sports. You saw the New York Giants win the Super Bowl one year when they snuck in basically on a wild card, I think, and won the Super Bowl. So anything can happen, and it's good for, America's about the underdog. We all root for the underdog, and he's obviously going to be an underdog when this chase starts. But in all honesty, probably one of the first four guys eliminated in the first round, in my view.
Right. Yeah.
Hey, well, Casey Mears finally got a top 5.
Casey Mears had a good day. There was a lot of guys had a good day. Danica Patrick had a top 10.
Yeah.
It was a good race for a lot of people that just kind of needed the boost. But we'll get back to reality again next week. Daytona's gone. It's off the table, and we'll get back to reality as far as racing goes.
Yeah, that should be exciting. Well, let's just review the points right quick between us guys. Of course, last week I went with Kenseth. Dale, you went with Dale Jr., and Tim got Harvick. After this week's finish, I'm still in first place, But things were mixed up a little bit on your guys' end because, Tim, now you fell to third with 265 after Harvick finished 39th. Dale, you're in second at 245 after the 14th place finish by Dale Jr. And after Kenseth getting 20th place, that kept me at 220. So about 25 points separate all of us, guys.
That's okay. Yeah, I mean, I was kind of joking off the air, I know you guys picked Kevin Harvick for me one week where I couldn't make the show, but the 3 times that I've picked Kevin Harvick this year that I picked him, I have 2 43rds and a 39th. So I think I'm done picking Kevin Harvick the rest of the year.
And I think Kevin Harvick's done with you picking him.
I think he is. I was getting a weird phone call from a number I didn't recognize last night.
I'm pretty sure it was Kevin Harvick.
That's what it was, man.
Well, no, it wasn't. It was his wife because she wears.
I was about to say it might have been Deanna or whatever her name is. Yeah, I think she handles all the muscle in that marriage.
She does.
So.
She wears the fire suit in the family, so that's probably who it was.
That's how it goes. All right, guys. Well, like you said, we'll get back to normality hopefully after this weekend and go back to where Hendricks is just dominating everything again. I like it that way. I don't know about y'all, but.
Well, it just needs to. I just wish the weather would quit dominating everything. It's really messed up some good racing, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah, it's definitely done that. All right, guys. Well, you guys have a fantastic week this week, and then we'll catch up with you on Wednesday talk about next week's race.
Have a good week, guys.
All right, thanks a lot. That's Dale Coates and Tim Knox with the NASCAR Minute, brought to you by 87 Auto Sales and Dale Coates Heating and Air Conditioning.
87 Auto Sales Big Spring, huge tax refund sale, over 250 clean pre-owned cars, SUVs, and pickups to choose from. 87 Auto Sales finances for their customers right there at the dealership. So take your refund check, drive away the same day. 87 Auto Sales has the right vehicle for your needs. They've served West Texas over 40 years. 87 Auto Sales, corner of 3rd and Gregg, Big Spring. Call 263-8787. Right on the corner and right on the price.
The oil field is booming in Howard County. If you're in an RV or travel trailer and the AC isn't working quite right, call me, Dale Coates. I have over 20 years experience installing and repairing air conditioners. And you don't have to bring your trailer to me. I'll come see you. So just call 714-4688 for Dale Coates Heating and AC. And remember, if you're in an RV or travel trailer, I'll come to you. Call 714-4688 for Dale Coates.
Today is Monday.
Good Monday morning.
Everyone talks about the idea of the dreaded Monday blues. Are you kidding me?
Do not let it ever happen again.
I hate Monday.
Got that right, girlfriend.
Every Monday, something goes wrong.
It's just another manic Monday. Wish it was Sunday. It's just another manic Monday.
But I'm totally gonna fake enthusiasm because it's Monday, the worst day of the week.
On Monday, I woke up.
I was so confused and depressed.
Are you kidding me? But it's Monday.
Are you kidding me?
Just another manic Monday. Wish it was Sunday. Just another manic Monday.
But Friday night's Italian night.
Movie Monday. Can't wait till Friday.
Chugging down coffee while I should have been sleeping.
Can't wait till Friday already.
I'll settle for Thursday.
Thursday's good enough for you.
Thursday's good enough.
Let's just not repeat Sunday again. That's
Sunday.
That's the only part. Oh, it's all over now.
But it's all over now and it's showing Monday.
That's right. Thanks, Mark Chestnut. That's the biggest celebrity we have following us. If Vin Diesel followed us, we'd play Vin Diesel movie clips, you know?
But you know what? It's Sunday.
Yeah?
No.
Oh.
No, it's Monday.
Didn't make me feel any better at all.
I don't know why you would want to go back to Sunday. But hey, guys, it is summer. We have a lot of things going on over summer. A lot of people think once you get the 4th of July, you're done. But no, still a lot of great summer blockbuster movies to come out. This weekend, though, a lot of people went to see Transformers. But I was reading a lot of people didn't go see Transformers.
That's what I was hearing.
Or any other movie, for that matter.
Tammy came out this weekend, which looks hilarious.
Do you think that?
Yeah, it looks funny.
She plays the same character in every movie.
But she's funny in every movie.
Nails it.
What was that Identity Crisis
so
with Jason Bateman? It's the same exact character.
It is, but
hey, on Bridesmaids, she was a little different.
She was a little different, I'll give you that. But the past couple of movies, same exact movie.
I still like all Jim Carrey's movies.
I'm looking forward to Horrible Bosses too, by the way.
Oh, I
They're
saw
coming
the
out with another
trailer.
one?
Yeah, I saw the trailer for that.
The trailer is pretty amazing.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That was a funny movie.
But there's also some summer activities that you can look forward to coming up this Saturday at Lake Colorado.
It's hard, huh? It's hard. Yeah, see before 8 o'clock.
It's harder when people are laughing at you, but Lake Colorado State Park, they're having a guided kayaking program over at the lake.
Really?
And it's going to be this Saturday. The park's going to be providing the kayaks and the life vest. And it's about an hour-and-a-half program, and it's basically for beginners. It teaches you how to check your equipment, the safety of everything, and then they're going to have what they call a follow-the-leader guided trip. So see if you can put it all together and stay in the boat. And so if you want to get into this, you got to call and register. You could call the park office. The number is 325-728-3931, and that'll get you registered. It's they have 3 sessions, 9 a.m., 10:30, 1 o'clock. Those are the 3 programs times you can choose from. And if you have any questions, you can give them a call as well. There's no cost for the program, but you got to pay to get in the park because you can't do the program if you're not in the park. Right. And I think it's about $4 per adult to get into the park, and I think children under 12 are free. So there you go, something different to do because in West Texas there's not a whole lot of water activities going on.
That's true. See, I was always afraid to kayak or canoe. I thought I'd be too top heavy and just end up upside down with my feet stuck in this canoe.
Were you in the boat with the boat tipped over?
No, silly, I was in the water.
Yeah.
Nice.
What was your favorite part of today's show, Mr. Charles?
My favorite part of the show was probably the dog story.
The dog story.
The dog drove me to the store.
Yeah. That was a good one.
No, officer, I didn't drive. I was too drunk. The dog drove me.
My dog did it.
Not going to believe it.
Sir, that's illegal too. Heather, what was your favorite part of today's show?
Probably Charles murdering Lake Colorado City.
Yeah.
Because I'm not the only one who messes up words now. Like, I don't feel that way. I'm horrible at it.
Just doing it to make you feel better.
Oh,
yeah, that's what it was. My favorite part of today's show, like I always end up going to NASCAR Minute for some reason here, but it seemed like there was something that was so funny. It was the burglar thing. No, not the burglar thing.
What?
See, I don't even know what I'm thinking about right now.
You know what?
New favorite part of the show.
You know what?
Like I had one right in my head, and it was there, and then you made me laugh, and I completely forgot what my favorite part of the show is.
Hey, don't forget, coming up on Community Calendar is Law Enforcement Day.
We do have Law Enforcement
And
Day.
it is a call-in show, so you can, if you have any questions for the guys, they'll be in a little bit later, right after KBST News and Sound of Texas.
That's right.
And you can call in 263-KBST 263-5278 with your questions, and pretty much they'll answer anything.
Yeah, we encourage these calls. Try to stump these guys while they're here.
They might even give you lucky numbers if you're lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe. Who knows? Either way, our job's over. We did it. We made you laugh, and if you're not laughing, you're not living.
Parkview Nursing and Rehabilitation offers specialized care you won't find anywhere else in the area. The Coles are hometown owners, and daughter Christy Beecham personally manages Parkview. Medicare-approved short-term stays and a state-of-the-art rehab department enhance the opportunity for recovery from a medical or surgical procedure. Compare services. Choose Parkview, 3200 Parkway, Big Spring.
You planning to go see a Rangers or Astros game? If you're driving, you want your vehicle to be in tip-top shape. You don't want to have something go wrong and miss the game. If you need a part, call Westex at 263-5000. Westex specializes in parts for late model pickups and keeps a huge supply of big items like motors, transmissions, and rear ends. You can save money at Westex. The folks